So what's up everybody, this is Mike then from rcgroups.com. I'm here with the HBX 12889 thruster, and this is my first impressions video. It's got an independent front suspension right here with some standard oil-filled shocks, and it's got a pretty good amount of ground clearance, as you can see. It's got 6 LED lights, 2 up front, 4 on the roof, if you will. As far as the rear suspension is concerned, it too is independent, but it is a solid rear axle. And in kind of thinking about this, I don't think I've had a car that's had a solid rear axle since my, probably since my Grasshopper. I think I had a Mitsubishi Pajero back in the day. And as you can see, it's got a decent amount of movement as well. Lots of ground clearance. Well, as you guys saw from those drops, I had mentioned earlier a couple of times actually that I'm concerned about how soft this suspension is. And again, it may be designed for not necessarily really heavy-duty off-roading, but the springs are soft, the oil is very thin in the shocks, and as you heard and saw, the front suspension bottoms out quite easily. And I'm just kind of wondering how much abuse that's really going to take from someone who's kind of punishing it off-road. Now, you know, I went back and looked at the videos that Banggood has posted, the promotional videos on their website, and I was thinking maybe this thing isn't really designed for jumping. But, you know, I could be wrong, because when you look at those videos, they're doing a lot of jumps with this truck. They even do that one that comes off the really big boulder. I mean, that's probably a good 8 to 10 feet, and it keeps going. So, hey, maybe I'm totally wrong. So again, I'm going to try to do this one-handed. I don't know if you can really see this. I had to take the body off to show you. And here's something else that kind of concerns me too. You can see the two arms here that connect the rear axle to the chassis. Those two guys right there. And then if you look at that, you can see that that's the bottom of the battery tray. That right there. You can see that every time you take anything more than just a mild jump, those arms hit the bottom of that battery tray. You can see it right there. And that just makes me wonder, how long are those things going to hold up? Well, you can see in the view from the bottom of the car, it's actually got a pretty small chassis. It's got those trailing arms that we talked about that holds the rear axle onto the chassis. And it's also got a nice little drive shaft that controls the rear differential. And as far as the battery goes, the battery just slides right in there, like that, and it's a friction fit. I've already run the truck once. I did it the other day, and I'm having to reshoot this footage because apparently my camera wasn't running and I didn't realize it. So that's why it's a little dirty. But what I'm trying to say is the battery did not come out or move, not even a little bit, in the limited running that I did. So apparently this, I don't think it's really going to go anywhere. There's your speed control, integrated speed control and receiver all in one. 3-wire servo, which is a nice upgrade from the Dune Thunder, which is a 5-wire servo. There's your steering servo right there, and that servo controls the 2-speed transmission. The 390 motor connected to the 2-speed transmission, also got a heatsink on it too. I'm also very happy to report that HBX switched over to standard axles with locking nuts, as you can see there. Yay! Unlike what they had on the Dune Thunder, which was screws that screwed into the drive shafts themselves, being plastic, and as others have commented, myself included, those things come out kind of easily, and I've lost a few of those. Got a spare tire mounted on the back. It's not just there for looks, it is a legitimate spare tire, which I don't know if you're ever going to need a new one, but hey, that's just kind of a cool touch, you know? Hey guys, things are a little out of order here, I'm sorry, but I just wanted to show you this real quick. Hopefully I fit it into the video in the right place. So I just wanted to show you the gear switching mechanism. So I'm going to put this right here, and when you flip the switch on the transmitter, switches over. Very cool. Obviously you can't see what it does because it's internal to the transmission, but just thought it was kind of cool. I also pulled off the gear cover, and I wanted to take a look at my gear mesh, and I'm trying to get a good view. I wonder if I can zoom in. wanted to get a good look at my gear mesh, and as you can see, that is way too tight. So I am going to loosen that up just a little bit. Alright guys, so what I did is adjusted the gear mesh because it was way too tight, and as you can see here, I think I got it perfect. I'm going to hold the pinion, so if I can do this one-handed. You can see I am rocking the spur back and forth ever so slightly, so that's going to be good. Actually, I did that because on my Dune Thunder, before I thought to check it, the gear mesh was way too tight when I finally realized I should check it, and I loosened it to where it should have been. I had to get creative because it wasn't an adjustable mount on that other truck. I didn't have like any more, I had longer run times, no more thermal shutdowns, all that good stuff. So good, glad I thought to check this. And then of course finally the lights. As I said before, it's got two headlights for fog lights, if you will, and it actually just plugs into a port on the receiver. If you can see that, yeah, right there, which I thought was kind of nice. The lights really aren't bright enough for night driving. I mean, it's a good effect. They show up during the day and you can obviously see it at night, but if you want to kind of light up the trail in front of you, you're going to need something a little brighter, as I have found out. Alright guys, well that concludes my quick overview of the HBX 12889 thruster, and I'm going to go inside and charge this guy up and see if I can run it real quick. So thanks again for watching.